Since a lot of you want me to cover another Dustale AU, let me cover a merging AU of Dustale and Horrortale called HorrorDust. But I will warn you right now, if you try to search the name HorrorDust, please make sure to add AU behind that, because HorrorDust is the ship name between Horror Sans and Dustale Sans, and since I know some of you are not a big fan of ships, you would not like the jump scares of this many ship fanarts of Horror and Dustale Sans being intimate or having a child. But that was the Sans fandom back then. Instead of immense power scaling and creating a Sans that is strong enough to beat Goku, they made Sans X Sans ships between the different Sans AUs. But we are not here to discuss if these ships could be considered incest or self-love, but we are here to discuss the AU of HorrorDust. So what exactly is HorrorDust? Well, it's a horror tale where Horror Sans becomes Dustale Sans, meaning Horror Sans commits the genocide run. Why exactly he does that is different in each and every take of HorrorDust. You see, because HorrorDust is such an old idea, the internet forgot who exactly made HorrorDust. Many believe that it was Jester Bones, 4150, who created HorrorDust, while others believe that it was created by the fandom, since the fandom itself gave a lot of alternative takes for this AU. One of them was created by the talented artist 3RRO3404S4NS. I hope I pronounced it right. If not, excuse me for my bad English words pronunciation. The HorrorDust tale AU take begins with Sans ready to fuck up Alphys' brains after destroying the core and losing his eye. But in that exact moment, pə-PY-rəs enters the lab and stops Sans from doing so. With that action, Alphys is being spared, and the HorrorDust tale take timeline begins to form. Since Alphys is no longer mad in this timeline or lost her complete mind, she tries to find a cure for all of monsters who feel hunger in the underground. This cure would also ensure that all of the monsters that takes them become very strong. But because Alphys is Alphys, she ensures that if you don't take the cure for a long time, that the monsters that didn't take the cure starts to melt. This of course creates a lot, and I mean a lot, of hate between all the monsters in the underground, especially towards the queen and her lab assistants. But tension rose once again after Eliza fell down, and Eliza meets in Snowden Undyne. But at this timeline, Sans arrives earlier, and well, things don't go so well. Undyne uses one of her syringes that Alphys creates, causing havoc while becoming extremely strong, while Sans tries to stop Undyne from destroying Snowden. So, to counter her, he gathers unwillingly some LV, because Alphys' cure ensures that the monster becomes strong, but when they don't take another dose, they start to melt. Sans wins by default, because Undyne starts to melt away, and Sans wins. But since Sans dodged all of Undyne's attack, and no one knows exactly what happens, everyone makes Sans at fault for all the deaths in Snowden. pə-PY-rəs helps him to escape, and they arrive at the lab. Sans finds Alphys, seeing him and take out one of her syringes, aka cures, and stabs him with it. But well, that just makes him go wilder and makes his eye active 100% of the time. Sans wanted more of these cures, so he could collect stuff in his backpack. That also includes big knives and such as well. He also kills pə-PY-rəs here, since he don't know what is going on, since Alphys increased the effect of the drug she injected into Sans. So now Sans is addicted to the drug. He must take it to stay alive and also to keep staying strong. Most of the monsters are hiding and some fighting for their life, and in the end they will become prey to him. And so ends HorrorDust Tale's tale. There exist of course many other takes, one of them being created by Metallic on August 29, 2022, which is rather simpler than the last take for HorrorDust. In this tale, Horrortale Sans has a problem with pə-PY-rəs, and accidentally Sans killed pə-PY-rəs, and so he became more mad and starts a rampage. So yeah, that's the lore. Another take from Drawn uses HorrorDust's concept a bit differently. This HorrorDust Sans lost his eyesight and needs the help of his phantom friend pə-PY-rəs to hold his victims in place, so that he can kill them with an axe slash or with his bone attack. Because his love has grown extensively because of all the killings he has committed, he can once again use his bone attacks to his fullest. And so he fights the human in the Judgment Hall. So, since I covered 3 of the most notorious versions of HorrorDust Sans, I would advise you to check out each and every one of them that I just mentioned and check out their DeviantArt page, as well as checking out more versions of HorrorDust Sans. Once again, all of these information are down in the description, and if you want more of such content, please like and subscribe to my channel, as well as check out my Dust Tale Sans video.